is Not Sam Wrestling.
Introducing your host from New York, here is Sam Roberts.
Make room for all the man in here. Look at this.
We're running hot now? We're live already?
Oh, we're live, pal.
Oh, baby.
We're live, pal. This is a high brother rated area right here between the three of us, isn't
Here
it?
we go. Let's speak some truth. I got some liquid charisma flying through me, and it's not the kind that I had last night. It's coffee.
It's the Good Brothers.
Good brothers are here. Let's talk October 22nd. WWE 2K20 debut.
There's your liquid charisma right there.
There it is.
That's now here we are.
Let's talk about our ratings.
Yeah, they suck.
They just keep going down.
Yeah, what are you rated in the game?
A horrific 81.
81?
And it's actually true, though. It's a factual rating, the way we've been
Are you saying that it's accurate?
the way we've been beaten like
drums.
Like a drum.
Yeah.
3.5 years there.
Although
I bought 6 4-wheelers, Sam.
is that how you
I had
afforded
to
that?
justify something.
It made you feel better. It's fine.
Yeah. You lose,
buy
then
stuff.
you get home and there's the swimming pool, isn't it? That glass ceiling.
There's a swimming pool. There's 4-wheelers. I mean, I'm not losing when I go home.
Yeah,
I might lose on Monday Night Raw. I might lose on SmackDown. I might lose on a pay-per-view if I'm on it. But when I go home, I got a 4-wheeler, 6 of them.
People talk about a metaphorical glass ceiling, but sometimes it buys you a literal glass ceiling.
Yes, it sure did. Or a screened-in pool.
Whatever it is.
He no longer lives in a glass case of emotion.
Well, look, I mean, it does.
But we're happy.
I mean, you should be happy. It seems like
I'm very happy.
You feel happy. Look at it. It seems like lately there's less losses. It seems like since the club got back together, you guys got new music, you got the red lights on, AJ's back with you. It seems like you're more of a high priority.
I'm a little concerned that our rating has gone down. How does it get worse?
Who do we talk to about our... Well, I can't say the word I want to use. Who do I talk to about my rating around here?
Buddy, it's not going to go up. You got to win. You got to get a couple of W's.
Right. Like how do you justify?
Yeah. No, there's no justifying what it is. I guess it's just kind of. It was an 83, I think, last year. Boy, it went down.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, but then, you know what? Maybe it's the first half of the year wasn't great. Second half of the year was better.
I also see that we're doing media with Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and us.
Yeah.
What's the missing link?
They go like this. Sam Roberts is here. Would you want to start with Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows? I was looking at the list.
Well, can I have Roman?
Yeah, I mean.
What happened?
Yeah, it's.
I guess AJ's just relaxing in parts unknown right now, so he
sent-
couldn't make it to the carpet event that we're doing here.
He sent the goons.
Right, of course.
We're not goons anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. We're the richest goons in the whole entire industry.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Especially you, Karl Anderson. You, Luke Gallows, you're not as active on Twitter as Karl Anderson is.
I certainly am not.
No, but Karl Anderson is making no fans on Twitter. People are getting very upset with you because you do things like bragging about your salary, and to somebody who can't afford, how many 4-wheelers was it?
Not true. I never bragged about my salary. I just bragged about a couple of the things that I bought, and it wasn't
6 of them.
It wasn't bragging. It was factual, just like my rating in the game is factual.
Right.
I was speaking of fact. I bought 6 4-wheelers. That was a fact.
Right. Unfortunately, the rating in the game is not based on the amount of 4-wheelers owned.
The rating in the game is based on facts, on wins and losses, and there's more of the L.
Well,
Go
look,
up though soon.
the draft is coming up.
Yep.
Does it? Do you guys have a preference? Raw, SmackDown? Do you want to stay with AJ? Is it time for Luke Gallows, Karl Anderson to go off on their own and finally have that hot streak?
Just keep the brothers good together because
Yeah.
I think without each other we would mentally crack, and I don't know what would happen.
I'd hate to see that.
I don't know how he would drive down the road without a handler.
I need a handler.
You do need a handler?
Oh, yeah.
He's the
100%.
big guy. Call him Tim White.
I'd love to have Tim White. If I lose Karl Anderson, can I get Tim White?
I think you need him. I guess we could always have Milky, our driver that we've kind of fired.
He leaves a bit to be desired. He gets fired every time he gets hired. So it's
Why does he get fired? What's wrong with the driver?
Well,
antics.
antics. We get excited about having Milky come for the weekend, then first day we start getting mad at him because he makes us because we realize why we don't bring him on every weekend.
It seems like not the most difficult job in the world. Just drive you from town to town and.
Shouldn't be difficult. Should not be difficult, especially for someone who wants to do it.
Dealing with us at times can be a little hard. I guess you could ask my hot Asian wife and ask his girlfriend now.
I think I'm a bowl of roses to deal with.
I didn't know people put roses in bowls.
They do now, it's a thing. Yeah, it's a big thing.
Now, you're in this video game, though. Your rating leaves something to be desired, but it's great to be in a video game. You got a hot Asian wife. You have, what, 17 kids?
17 kids. So that means I got to buy 18 four-wheelers so I can ride an extra one.
Are they video game people?
Video game people, big ones, and they do wrestle with me, and they win with me on there. But you know what is cool in the game? I just got briefed this by one of my handlers. Said that you can actually fight in hell on the game. You can create hell in the game and fight in there.
WWE originals. You can also see like monster versions of ourselves too, I'm being told. And
wow.
Yeah, and I like to try to keep my inner demons and monsters away from the video game, but I guess we're going to bring it all out for everybody to see, so it's exciting.
Right. It's time that the people got to know the demon that lives inside Luke Gallows.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's very cool to be able to have my kids turn on a game and play as daddy. It's pretty cool.
Do you have to get 17 copies of it, or can they share?
They can share just fine. Of course, we do. I feel like I'm bragging again, but there's an Xbox, there's a PlayStation 4, two of them.
Oh, you
There's Switches, and then
Switches, plural?
This, of course, plural. The 2K guy over here, he sends me code, so I get it for free too. So I don't even pay for the games.
You're just hooked up.
Just hooked up.
So the only thing my son said to me was, "How many free copies of the game can you get?" Not I love you or I'll miss you.
No,
How
no.
many free copies of the game can you get?
And what does your son need multiple free copies for? Is he
He uses them as currency at school.
setting up a table at school trying to move
He's got
them?
his own gimmick table right outside of the cafeteria.
PS4 playing over here. I got another half Asian boy playing the Xbox. It's true. He's half Vietnamese. The half Vietnamese brother playing the Xbox here. My other half Vietnamese brother playing the PlayStation 4. The third half Vietnamese brother's playing the Switch, and then the baby is watching.
Yeah. Now, are they all boys?
They're all boys.
You are just masculinity from head to
Boy?
toe, huh?
You need a boy?
No, I got one.
Oh.
One is enough.
Don't you have two?
Needs a boy, give us a call.
I got one boy, one girl. I did it. I think that's generally the way. Because you have one boy, one girl, then you can kind of say, okay, we're done.
Cut it out, Sam. It's over.
Are you getting that done? You're going to get the snip?
He talks about it. He hasn't done it. What's that? I see one more. In the
You
future.
think another one's coming? Why not? You know what?
I can't have any more.
I've heard your salary's really, really high these days.
I can't have any more for my mental capacity to stay normal, and for me and my beautiful significant other to be able to remain friends.
Money buys a lot. There are all these rumors on the internet. Gallows and Anderson are leaving. Gallows and Anderson aren't happy. Then 1 week on Raw you show up, big smiles on your faces, and feet firmly planted in the ground.
Exactly right. It's magical how that happens, right? I told him when baby Cash was born that I'm fully supportive of them continuing to have kids because it's fun to wrestle, and we're going to do it until we're 70 because he won't stop procreating.
When I told him that she was pregnant with the fourth baby, he wrote about 4 lines of ha 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 ha, and goes, "Oh my God, yes, we're going to wrestle until we're 60."
Because that's the way it works
That's what he
out.
wants to do. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but when you're a team, I would want to do it too. Because the money that comes in, you split it. He gets to just pocket it with the one kid, and you got a whole army that's using all your cash.
Man, we started rolling it in when Bullet Club hit hot, baby. And we're still got this train. It's like what's it called when the snowball keeps going?
Right.
Oh,
Well, that's it.
let's just
snowball.
Boy, when it comes crashing down, though, Sam, I don't know I don't know what our interview's going to be like.
You know what?
The year's not going well.
Actually, I've set up a GoFundMe.
We'll be at some. What are those things called? Those where the signings, the old wrestlers do the signings. That's what we'll be at. What's Comic Cons? We'll meet you there.
You're going to be on the convention circuit?
Hello, Sam. Remember the good old days when we were loaded?
I spent it all on four-wheelers. They don't hold value, those
They hold
four-wheelers.
no value.
Bullet Club shirt, $5. At least 5. Oh, forget it.
Well, you keep I've seen you, now every time you get a new pair of tights, the MG is represented on it.
Always.
So clearly you're trying to keep that brand alive. Does anybody before you go out there go like, hey, why does it say MG on your tights? The MG is not even in your name.
Not one. And I don't know if that's good or bad because maybe it means nobody's looking at it. No, not one.
We have a politically correct version of MG. It's Monster Gaijin. Okay, so
Oh, is that what
we can
that-
get away with that? We
I
can
see.
put the MG out there. It's
I
not
see.
a problem.
That's kind of like FTR is Forever the Revival.
That's
the
what-
revival.
Forever. Well, look, guys.
Man, it's good to see you.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited, even though the rating is so low. It's still great to be in a game.
Not a bad rating though. It's a factual rating. That's why
Right.
the game's good.
Right. And also, like you need, when you got a wrestling game, and I've gotten all the wrestling games, I've played all the wrestling games, you need a guy, a character, who you're like, okay, I want to try out this super good character, but I don't want to waste another good character. So like, I want to see how good Brock Lesnar is in this game. Let me throw him up against Big Gallows or Anderson to just.
What you want to do is, yes, you want to get a W.
I'm trying to get it done.
You want to win.
Yeah.
And you go,
yeah.
I'll wrestle Big LG or Carl. That's perfect.
You know what? Being a couple job guys in a 2K game still means you're in a 2K game, doesn't it?
Throw me on every game for about 20 more years. You're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to, and lucky you.
Lucky
you,
I'm
Gallows.
gonna do this forever. I'll see you in 10 years.
Lucky Gallows since the Bullet Club days, baby. Saved him from the aces and eights, and here we are.
You're a great man for doing that, Carl. All right, before you get into any more trouble, I'll send you your next interview. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sam.